Rabbit. It is a new month. And I always love the first of the month because it feels like a fresh new start and a fresh new reset. And so exciting. And it's also the beginning of a new quarter. So we are entering into what I call the home stretch, and that's the October, November, December. And I love this day because it is the beginning of making sure that whatever it was that you set yourself up for the year, you're going to hit, right? So whatever goals you had. The reason why it's important to have this reset and this check-in on today is that there's still enough time, right? So if you are off of what you had projected for yourself for the year, you have time to course correct. What I call the trim tab on the boat, right? Which is like, I still have time to adjust that and make major changes. Okay. And if you are like many real estate professionals that I know and you've hit your financial goals, maybe it's time to just take a little moment to reset and say, all right, so if I've hit my financial goals, how do I need to adjust to become, again, that professional I want to be with efficiency and maximizing and optimizing my time, right? Maybe spending a little bit more time on that time freedom, right? Anyway, I created a little fun thing for us to do, and I'm going to pull it up right now. Okay, so this right here is what I'm calling the quarterly planner. And what it is, okay, let me just go back and see what you're looking at. Okay, so I'm going to go and I'm going to poke around in there and I'm going to show you what this is for you to see. Okay, so I'm calling it the quarterly planner and it says finish the year on point. So here is our little table that we are doing for us to go work on, okay? And I'm just going to use this as examples. This is as I say, it's a table, which is if you are on Google and you go to insert, and you scooch on down, it's table. And it tells you how many rows you want to add and how many columns you want to have, right? So, and then I just kind of colored it to give it a little bit of pop and change the fonts to match my training stuff. And there we have it. So I'm happy to share this with you. And I'm also happy to teach you how I do it. Okay. So anyway, we're in here. So in January 2021, what did you set your goals for? Okay. And in working with that power list of those 5 things to like try to get done that day, I'm going to take that idea and that strategy and say, what were your 5 priorities at the beginning of the year that you wanted to do this year? And for many of us, one is number of new clients. So if I were to really say what I wanted to put in here, I would probably say for me, right? New families I helped, right? Because I want to always tie in like my big why. And my big why is serving my community. Now, but because I want to go back to new clients because people understand new clients. How many people did I want to add, right? And why did I want to add them? So as I just said, new families that can help. So it's to serve my community. All right. Why did I want those new clients? And let's just say my big why, and again, if I was 100% real estate, would be to grow my sphere of influence. Because not only do I want them for the money, I want them for the referrals. I want them as part of my life. I want them in there. Okay, influence. There we go. All right. So number of new clients. All right. So where am I actually at? So I'm going to put here, this could have probably been a little bit more clear. What's my total so far? All right. So I added, let's just say, again, I'm just doing real estate here. So I added 22 new ones. All right. What was my goal? My goal is 25. So I've got 3 to go. What's my strategy to get them? And I'm going to say, reaching back out to those I helped, right? Because I'm terrible at this. I'm great at the long game, but at the like checking in, like 2 of the people I helped were pregnant. Go find out how those babies are doing. And what do I need to carry? And I'm going to say into 2022. All right. So, you know what? I think I'm going to hit this goal. I don't really need to carry this into 22, but what I need to carry is a strategy for who I want to help, right? I have been really focusing a lot this year on that that chart that we have of what brings energy and what takes energy away. And I'm trying to minimize that taking it away. All right, so now dollars earned. All right, so my goal was, let's just say for this, $100,000. And my total, and again, this is hypothetical. I haven't even double checked where I'm at. So let's say I am at 85,000. So I've got 15,000 to go. All right, which would be 3 transactions maybe, right? So I'm going to put that in parentheses, right? 3 transactions should get me there, right? So what's my strategy to do that? Referrals and checking my tree for my not ripe apples. I'm going to say checking not ripe apples. And to carry into 2022. All right, do I want to continue earning? Now, my goal, as I've shared with you and those who have been in my my time and money freedom, is I want to stay at 100,000. I want to continue having that be my contribution. But really what I want to do is develop my time freedom while staying at this number. All right, so obviously I've got to do a little adjustment in my font size here because I did not plan on how much I was going to want to talk to you all about this. So let me just scooch those down, okay? All right, system adherence. How much did I stay to my RISE training? And those of you who have been following, I was following it. The last, say, month and a half, I've been working on the hot tracker. And I would say I know I'm not going to follow it. I had wanted 85% adherence through the year, and I'm probably at 75%. All right. And I'm really liking the results, right? So my strategy is to grow the systems to be adherence proof, right? Is really what I want to do because they're working. I know I've spent time with some people who are using them and they are either they ran out, they lost them, they are ready for new ones. So it's time to like really shine them up, right? So so to go on this, I'm going to say, all right, so how am I going to do it? Like, how am I going to get better adherence? And that might be, I don't know, initiate, and this should maybe be a strategy, initiate rewards. So what can be my rewards other than having a more clear life? And to carry into 2022 is launch full system. With, in this case, right, we just thought we might need some rewards, better rewards. So that's what I think we're going to need to do for the system. All right. So again, this for you is your system adherence might be getting out your thank you notes every day, right? Getting out growing your database, having a touch plan that is set in stone that you are not veering from, getting your social media to be 100% what you want it to be. Any of those system adherences can be what would be in there for you. All right. So your wealth. So wellness. So wealth is wellness and wealth, right? So it's so my wellness goals are, I'm going to go with wellness. So I've two things I'm going to say I wanted. All right. So the Rise Yoga and I'm going to just say food plan, right? So I want to do clean eating, or I want to eat to live, right? So the How Not to Die book has been what I have been trying to base my eating on. Okay, so those are the two things that I'm going to put in wealth. And the reason I'm not going to spend too much time on the financial part is because I've already identified them in my other power priorities. So my actual, I'm going to say I'm at like 50%, right? So that is not good enough. So to go, I want to be at 85%. So I've got 15%. No, I've got 35%. I got to do 35% of my time. I have to do a better job. All right. So my strategy is, I'm going to call my strategy base hits, right? Because I am not a dramatic change everything kind of person, but I am good at just nudging, pushing the peanut, nudging it along. And what do I want to carry into 2022? All right. I want to have wealth, right? So I'm going to, this year I struggled, and, I've struggled with you. So you know that, I will tell you, I stressed so much about, like, I was teaching the Rise Yoga at the MAR conference, and I was like, oh, I haven't lost weight yet. And I was like beating myself up. And in the back of my mind, I knew as soon as I started teaching that class, I wasn't going to think about that again because I was going to be in service and I was going to be validating why I should be there. And that's exactly what happened. And I thought to myself, back to this wealth, like I want to be comfortable. Well, first of all, I want to be comfortable in my own skin for whatever. But I also want to not feel like I'm hustling my worth. Okay. And my personal development. So some of that is part personal development. My personal development is I want to write, right? Actually, no, I'm sorry. The writing would go over here for 2022. My personal development for 2021 at the beginning of the year was honestly, I wanted to, with the RISE training and the RISE systems, I wanted to be able to carry the message of hope, right? And the reason that sounds kind of like a little bit wonky was remember where we were at. And, it was that we were in the middle of the pandemic and we were trying to balance all balls. We were busier than we thought we were going to be, and we were totally worried about our family. So my personal development was creating a plan, the RISE plan, to bring forward. So my actual totals will carry the message of hope. Again, I'm going percentages here. I could also quantify this. Yours might be something different. Okay. You might want to have started a training program or a coach or something, right? So quarter total, I don't know. I am probably 75% there, right? Whoops. And that means to go, I've got about 25% because I want this to be 100%. All right. So my strategy is to really communicate the system and spend some time in really making it ready for people, because that's where I'm kind of at. Like I've tested it. I've worked with people. I haven't booked a lot of new programs, like as far as workshops with people. I've got one coming up. So that always is what makes me, kind of do it. Right. So I should be able to get on track on that. So anyway, so that is my goal on that. And that is my idea on that. So how does this translate for you? And again, I'm happy to share that table with you. I did show you how to make it so you could make your own also. The reason that I want to do this today, October 1st, is because October, November, December, 3 months, right, that are kind of wind down-ish for a lot of us in real estate. So we have time to start, as I said, base hit, pushing the peanut, nudging it along, small acts consistently, right? I can get those places that I want to go to be ready and excited for 2022. And again, back to the beginning of 2021, I honestly was not I can't wait for this year. I was like, I can't wait for this year to be over, right? So I was not in that same headspace I want to be in when I start this next year. And I want to be hopefully an inspiration for those who are on this call and those who watch this during the day, that we can do what we want to do, right? So it's proof of concept. It's keep on trying. It's shedding the stuff that takes our energy away. It's expanding that stuff that brings us energy. So who's in with me? I'm thinking workshop, right? Who wants to do it? We can do it online, so people from everywhere can join in the next week or so. Like maybe, again, I don't know my schedule, but maybe like next Friday we do a workshop. So I'm going to put in the comments, text me or respond to this. If you are in for a workshop, I'm not sure I can do it next weekend, but I think I can. Workshop next Friday. And we will expand on kind of what I just showed you today. All right. So that's my chat to you. Let me know what works for you. And thank you all for being here. You get me to be here and to think about things. And that makes me, I think, a better professional, and in turn be able to help you better. So it's the circle of success, and it just expands and expands and expands. So let's do this. Thanks, guys.